Good morning. Good morning. Welcome everybody. Welcome to one of the best New York session streams here in the world today, this time. What a wonderful time to be here, right? I mean, back in like 3 years ago, 4 years ago, who would have thought that there'll be like free New York session streams, free Asian session streams, free London session streams? I mean, come on. We're changing stuff here.
What's the difference between NASDAQ and the new...
Too loud. Some volumes should be kept very, very low. Okay, so we have pound taking a dump overnight. This dump started at, after London Open, and we continued moving down, and wow, man, didn't really expect it to fall the way it did. I mean, we tapped into 136,400 and we just rejected that. So looking at the daily is coming bearish. Daily really could not break above this area. So this is a very, very, very strong resistance now. This whole area is like a big liquidity zone for this daily time frame because, price kept rejecting it. Now, looking on the 4-hour, basically what's happening is we're creating a support here on the 4-hour. We can see the support. If we break the support, we're going to continue down towards 135,200. And what we're going to do now is go down to the 1-hour time frame. And if you look at the 1-hour time frame, it's kind of like we came down, we made a low, and then price created a high over here, and now it's trying to continue down to retest this low right here. It's gonna be like 13, 14 pips. I know some people are in sells at this point on this 30-minute candle, and I think that's a pretty good idea to sell from up over here for price to continue down to this point, 135, 380. Let's take a look on the 15-minute. 15-minute has this minor support here, which should get broken. And yeah, I think we should continue down to retest this low over here. Let's take a look at... Do you know Mike Zummel? I have no idea. No idea, mate. Oh, someone's in sells from 135, 566. Beautiful. Yeah, I'm not in this trade. I'm just watching it happen. So let's see what happens. Okay, let's take a look at this chart. This is okay. Yeah, same idea over here for price to coming down. I mean, it should come down because it made a low, came up, created resistance. Once price created resistance, there's an 80% chance, there's a high probability that price will continue down to retest this low. Would sells be valid as you break this 30-minute low? I think sells are going to be valid once you break the 30-minute low, but I think that also shows if you're waiting for this low to get broken in a trade that has a probability of continuing down and you're waiting for the low to be broken, that just shows that there's a lack of confidence. An entry should have been right over here with the stop above the previous one with the anticipation that this candle will continue going bearish. But if you're waiting for this low to be broken, then I would say that shows lack of confidence that price is going to continue down. Because now when you take a sell, let's say that you take a sell right over here, then obviously your stop loss is going to be up over here. So you're going to have a bigger stop loss, right? And then your take profit will be smaller. But if you enter it over here, having the same stop loss, now the stop loss is not only smaller, but your take profit is also bigger. So if I'm taking a trending trade, so this is like trading the trend, right? Because price came down, trending down, made a low, came up, created resistance. So if you're not trusting the trend to take the entry when the candle starts, then I don't think you should be taking an entry when it's breaking the low over here, because that just shows overall lack of confidence. Like, impulse entries, I think no one should be taking impulse entries at this point when they're starting off new. I think you should be waiting for candle closes and taking entries based on candles. Was there any confirmation according to you to get sells in London session? As there was no confirmation or formation of a minor resistance. So let's take a look here. Someone is asking, was there any confirmation to get in on the sells? I think a break of this support should have been sells, because prior to this support, like when price created the support, it created a support for price to continue moving bullish, right? Price moved up, you had a candle forming resistance over here, and someone can argue that, okay, if we're forming resistance over here, this means we're going to come down, retest this area to continue going back up, but it kind of broke down and it continued down, didn't give any confirmations for sells. So let's take a look on the 30-minute time frame here. Looking at the 30-minute, this 30-minute came down, retested this area, continued up, and this candle just broke down. So now we got to look at the small time frames to see if we had some confirmations here. Looking at the 15-minute, nothing much really here. I think in hindsight, maybe the break of the low at this point, but even over here, I mean, it was pretty risky that price was going to continue down. So from the way how I see it, I don't think there were any confirmations that price is going to continue down, other than the fact that if you could have just entered like an impulse just to say that, okay, we're going to continue down. But other than that, I don't see any confirmations over here at all. Let's take a look on the 4-hour, not even on the 4-hour. It is what it is. But over here, man, if I was awake at this point, I would have taken a sell right over here for price to continue down. Because if I took a sell over here, the range would have been 18, 20 pips. But if I had taken a sell when it broke the low, the range would have been like 13, 11 pips. So yeah, like if it's like a small range, then there's no point for me to take a trade. Let's take a look at Forex Factory here. We basically have a clean day here today. We got core PE, price index, personal spending, unemployment claims. They're looking at good numbers. We had pretty good numbers yesterday, and now they're looking at another good numbers for unemployment claims. So we're going to see what happens in this scenario here at 8:30. Let's take a look at this chart here. This is GJ. Buys over here, sells below here, but did not take a trade. Yeah, I think it made sense. I mean, you had a first support over here, second support was right over here. So it's good. It's good. Now I guess you got to go back and see that how could you have executed as price came down to that area. And oh, look at that. We're going to continue down to fill this range. Man, oh man, only if I was awake at this point, I would have been in that trade and would have been pretty easy. This would have been the easiest trade of this week. Trust. Okay, let's take a look at gold here on the daily time frame. On the daily, gold is tapping into a minor resistance here. It also looks like it's tapping into a minor support down over here at 1884. Let's take a look on the 4-hour. So 4-hour is basically ranging on gold. We have a resistance at 1898, 1899. We got a support down at 1883. So this should be okay. Let's take a look on the 1-hour. Now you see how the zone is pretty big, so we're going to make it a little bit slimmer. Bring it down on the 1-hour, make it all nice. Right over here too, make it all nice. So I think if we break up, I think there's a pretty good range for price to come into this wick fill at 1904, 1902, like 40 pips away and not. So we're going to see what happens. EJ is good to buy if you get a booby trap candle on a 15 or 30 minute. iPad 2, I think you need to send a chart of your JPY so we can see like what you see, and then we can go from there. So let's let's take a look at UJ. Now UJ should be kind of like ranging or trying to go bullish because they're expecting good numbers for NFP. And if UJ starts going bullish prior to NFP, that means that the price is already being priced in, right? Because if they think the numbers are going to be good, price starts moving in that direction before the news, and then we start consolidating, and then we have a move after that. How come you didn't take a short on pound? Because I was sleeping. That's why. Let's take a look here. So, why did the pound fall? So Britain EU split on state asset crunch week. Okay, it's because of trade talks. EU to start legal action against UK on internal market data. Okay. Yeah, I think there was a lot of news between the EU and the pound, which caused it to kind of like, decimate. Because the pound really did decimate here overnight. Right after London Open, the pound just went boom, bearish. This is a pretty big fall too, not gonna lie. I mean, if you measure from up over here, from 136,400, that's like almost a 100 pip move. So now, this is a range over here. We have a resistance here, and we have a low forming down over here, so price is in the range, and when price is in the range, we just have to wait for price to break out of this range. So I think it's going to be a pretty easy day here if you're looking at GPGPY. It's just going to be a little bit of a waiting here. Let's take a look at Euro JPY. Euro JPY on the daily time frame, it kind of looks the same as the USD JPY. We're at this resistance. We're forming a support down at 123,540. Looking on the 4-hour time frame, we're kind of like ranging at the same time too. So I mean, price action on your JPY is not that. I don't like it at all. I mean, there's not enough range at this point too. I mean, we'll have to break above 124 to continue on towards 124 200. It's like a 20 pip range. So ranging action today. Would Brexit be good or bad for the pound? See now, normally what we've seen is normally we've seen that whenever there's been a Brexit news, pound has just gone bullish. Whenever we had a Brexit news, so that's what I think now. Like every Brexit news, pound goes bullish. This was basically due to the EU taking actions against the UK. But I think for buys, price would need to break above 135, 600, 135, 630. And then we'll see what happens. Raja, I will watch you tomorrow when I awake. Took that sell on GJ before, done for the day. Oh, nice. Beautiful. Let's take a look at this chart here. Sent the before on Slack, but this was the easiest trade of the week. Closed 75% at 13 pips. Oh, beautiful. Amazing. Yeah, if I was awake, I would have taken this trade too, 100%. There was no way I would have missed this trade. I would have entered, gotten like 10 pips, and then that's it. You know what? I would have called it a day. I'm like, okay, perfect. Brexit for market is non-exclusive to the health of the economy generally. Solid acknowledge gets the market confident initially as it moves up. All right, let's take a look at the chart from the Gulag. We got the chart coming in from the Gulag. GJ 1 hour, no labeling, no nothing, so I guess it's a good chart, right? Hey, why did you not take the sell when price created minor resistance at 30 minute? I was sleeping, that's why. Come on, guys. GJ 1 hour chart, safe sells below 135, 350, buys above area over here. Looks good, looks good. Looks good. I I don't think people should be worried about why I didn't take the trade. People should be worried about why they didn't take the trade. That's what they should really be worried about. Why didn't you execute the trade? Or how could you have executed the trade? I think that's going to be much more better. Hey, Raja, I just purchased your magic keys this week. Awesome, awesome. Yeah, I think we're going to be start shipping by Tuesday next week. Tuesday, Wednesday next week. Looking to go long on gold. All right, let's take a look here. Let's take a look at this place. This is looking to take sells when the 30-minute candle closes bearish on gold. See, I don't know. I think you'll have to wait. I think there's going to be some sort of a waiting involved. I mean, at least wait for price to come to the support, right? And break the support to continue down. I don't know. Gold's going to be pretty hard because if you look on the 1 hour time frame, the candles are printing side by side. So whenever candles are printing side by side, that means price is ranging. So it's going to get pretty difficult. Let's take a look at this chart analysis here. This is a huge drop during London session. Price could retrace, okay. If 4 hour close is bullish with a top wick, support is formed and we'll be looking to take buys. Yeah, I'm going to be looking for the same thing too. I mean, if we break above 135, 630, I'm going to be looking to take buys, you know. But if we break below this support, then obviously we're going to continue down towards, you know, this area here, 135, 200, around 20 pips away. Hey, Raja, would you say sells if the 30-minute candle closes like that to look for wick fill, or would you think that's a more rejection wick? See, when the 30-minute candle closes like this and the 1 hour candle is also closing and I'm looking at this, I'm looking to see, okay, you know what? If the trade was the test of this low, I think it already happened. So I'm not going to be taking a trade in this area now. I'm waiting for price to either break below 135, 400 or break above 135, you know, 630. Hey Raja, could you take a look at this? I've cut down my pairs to just GJ, NJ, EJ. I think you should further cut down your pairs from 3 to possibly just 1, you know, in the beginning. I think that's going to help you much, much better. Yeah, I cut down to one pair. One pair, man. I've always done things which have made other people successful, you know. And I used to look at Ted. I'm like, man, like, why is this guy always winning? Like, I'm trading 3, 4 pairs, and he's just trading 1 pair, you know. And I was like, okay, let me just try that. And I started to just trade 1 pair, and you know, the profitability took a long time when you're trading 1 pair because, you know, obviously sometimes, you know, when the pair is ranging, then you're like, you just gotta wait, you know. So waited, learned that pair more. You know, the more independent time you spend with 1 pair, faster you're gonna learn it. But if you're spending time with 3 pairs, then it's just gonna be, you know, it's gonna be a very, very long learning process because they actually have to learn 1 currency pair. So let's take a look at this Euro JPY. Looking left, price rejected this level violently, okay. Sells price to break back into the range and close below the level. Slight retest with a rejection wick. So you're looking for sells on your JPY. Let's take a look on the 30-minute time frame here. Looking at the 30-minute, we have a resistance formed. We have a support formed down over here. This candle is about to close. If we measure this range, this is a 21 pip range. So wait, this is the 30-minute chart. Oh, down over here. Okay, yeah. So if the candle closes bearish, see now, this is the thing, right? I mean, the trend is bullish. So price basically went up to create a high. And now it's coming down. So if I'm looking at this, I'm probably going to look at this and say that, okay, if we created a high, and if we're getting a candle rejecting, like, you know, 124, 100, then maybe there's a possibility that price may continue down to create a support and to retest the high. So maybe that's something I would want to look for. Someone asked, "Hey Raja, but you trade two pairs?" Yes, I'm consistently profitable, man. I've been trading for 4 years, Trading for 4 years. I mean, there's a level of experience involved. I mean, you can't just come into trading and tell someone, "Hey," like, it just doesn't make any sense. It's like trying to learn to ride a bicycle and someone telling you, "Hey, listen, you need training wheels on first." And then you turn around and say, "Oh yeah, but man, you're riding a bicycle with one tire. How come you don't have training wheels on?" Because then the guy can say, "Well, I've experienced, I can ride a unicycle because I passed that test." My average spread on GJ is between 2.5 and 3.2 pips, and on other pairs such as your USD, it's 1 pips. Would you recommend focusing on pairs with better spreads? Yes. When you have higher spreads, that basically means it's going to cost you more to trade, if your spreads are high. For me, my GJ spreads are like, 1.8, 1.6 pips, so it's pretty good. Okay, what's this? You planning for sells when price closes below this level and the target is around 135, 188? Why you not worry about the support around 135, 289? Because I'm expecting volume to push price down to this point over here. That's why. And even if price, reacts to this level over here, then that's going to be fine, because if it reacts there, then I could just, secure positions. Okay, David sent a chart here. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at this chart. This is buys, okay. Buys over here. Missed entry at the support area around 136,400. I entered, quite risky, seeing a possibility. Yeah, see now, that buy, I can see that buy was taken when the high was broken of the previous candle. And I think that was not a good trade at all. That was a FOMO trade. I think if you were looking for buys, I think a better idea would have been to wait for price to create a support and then take a buy rather than taking a buy at the top. Like a lot of times you're going to lose a trade when you try to take a buy at the top or when you try to take a sell at the bottom. Those are going to be times where you're going to always lose a trade. So you basically have to wait. So this 30-minute candle is coming to a close in 5 minutes. It's approaching this resistance it formed before coming down, and we'll have to see how it closes. Can you simplify what's a buy stop at the top? What's a buy at the top and sell at the bottom? Yeah, so buy at the top is when you're not waiting for support to form and when you're not waiting for a resistance to form. Like, price is trending down like this, and you're trying to sell at the bottom, and you're trying to sell at the bottom here again. You're not waiting for a retest. You're not waiting for a retest like pullbacks. It's like when price comes down and you try to sell at the bottom, you take a sell over here, but realistically you should be waiting for price to create a resistance to take a sell rather than sell at the bottom. So that's what we mean by that. But don't worry, my friend. Soon the database is going to be open for you in 2 weeks, and then we can kind of like move along there. First day here in the Zoom, awesome. Thank you. Welcome. Ooh, look at that, your JPY. See, when we're talking about like wait for candle to close, this is why we say wait for candles to close, because look how it's forming right now. It's rejecting that area to continue bullish. If price broke out from a range, is it buying at the top or selling at the bottom? It depends, you know. If it's breaking out of the range and there's clean traffic to like this, right? If price breaks up and there's clean traffic here to the left hand side and you're anticipating price to continue moving bullish, then I think then that's a good trade, you know, because you're taking the break out of this range in the anticipation that price will continue moving bullish. But when price is trending down, let's say when price is trending up over here, right here, and you're taking a buy at the top, that's like, okay, well, price can retrace, right? Hey, I am newbie on this channel and I like it very much. Oh, thank you, thank you. We like you as well. I have been noticing that the candle on GJ is very volatile because it's breaking the high and the low of the previous candles. How do you combat this? You can't combat this. You just accept it. Like, you know, if the candles are violent, you just accept it. You're like, oh, okay, well, I guess this pair has violent candles, and then you try to like, you know, see how you can, like, you know, take profitable trades on it, and, you know, things of that nature. Like, you try to see that, okay, how you could have caught a certain trade. You know, the amount of times I have to type, hey, now look to see how you could have caught the right trade, is just amazing. I type that maybe 10 times in a day, because normally when you take a loss, normally when people take a loss, what happens is that they look at that loss, they're like, oh man, like, look, I took a loss. And when I get a chart of someone saying that, oh, hey, I took a loss, next thing I write that, okay, how could you have taken the winning trade? Or what could you have differently to see the correct bias? You know, and then they're like, oh, okay, makes sense. So that's something, that should be something, that should come from intuition, you know, that should come from the fact that, okay, that's the most logical thing to do. Like, if let's say you have a buy over here and you're taking a buy and now price is just ranging, you're in drawdown, you're not sure what's going on. Now looking back, you can say that, okay, how could I have taken a better buy? So when you ask yourself, how could you have taken a better buy, I think a better buy would be if you wait for a price to break above 135,650. That's it. Just wait for price to break above here. You'll take a buy, but if you want to take a sell, you wait for price to come down to, you know, 135, 400, and then you kind of like see what you're going to do at this point. You know, but unless that happens, if you're trading GPJPY, there's no trade right now. You know, you're just basically chilling. Even if you look at your JPY over here, look at the 30-minute candle, right? 30-minute candle is forming a doji. I mean, it's opening and close at the same level. Nothing really happening at this point. We look at the 1 hour. 1 hour also closing with a small body at this point. So, yeah, I mean, we're not sure what's going to happen because this candle had a lot of volume. You had this bullish candle closing, small body. Small body means less volume. Hey, Raja, I want help mapping out my charts. Yeah, so send your chart and we will look at it. So, you know, it's basically ranging at this point here. Hey, how has your percentage risk per trade changed as you've grown as a trader? I think my percentage risk as a trader, as I've grown, has become very conservative. You know, I used to risk a lot when I was new, and as I started new things, I started to understand that, okay, you know what, this is going to take time. If I'm going to have a $1,000 account, I know for a fact it's going to take time for that $1,000 account to grow. And I think once you get consistent in getting winning trades, what happens is that then naturally your risk goes up. You know, like a lot of times people ask me that, hey man, like, you know, like what's the best way to increase risk? And I say it's just based on confidence. You know, it's based on your ability to see that, okay, how many times have you seen a certain thing happen? And if you've seen one thing happen like a lot of times, then naturally you increase risk. You know, like if you're trading 10-cent lots, naturally you're going to say, okay, you know what, instead of trading 10-cent lots, I may want to drop like 15-cent lots or 20-cent lots. For that range on GJ, will you wait for a candle to close out of the range or take a trade? Will you take an impulse? I have no idea. I have no idea if I'm going to take an impulse trade or if I'm going to trade as the candle closes outside of this range. Because currently, no matter, okay, listen, trading is like life, right? Now, we know that in life, as we live along, we get our jobs and we do things like that, and we make a lot of plans, right? We make a lot of plans in life. But at the end of the day, life always has its own plan for us. We can make all the plans we want, but at the end of the day, life has its own plan for us. Same thing goes with trading. I mean, right now, I can make a lot of plans that, okay, I'm going to take an impulse entry or I'm going to take a break above or below, like, this and that. I can make all sorts of plans. But at the end of the day, the market is going to have its own plan, so we can plan all we want, but I think we just have to wait to see how price reacts to 135,400 or how price reacts to 135,630 and then go from there, right? So just waiting. Let's take a look at the Chinese indicator over here. The Chinese indicator is saying that the pound is weak. Pound is weak. JPY is okay. So it is what it is. We're just waiting here. Okay, what's this? Hey, how do the banks stay ahead of the news and the market and profit from that using previous bearish move on GJ as an example? Many thanks. We don't know that. We don't know how the banks stay ahead of the news. We don't know if the banks cause the news. We don't know if banks, we just don't know those things, Would you say that the previous 1 hour candle was the same situation that we had on the 30-minute regarding taking sells when there was first bearish candle which formed resistance? Yeah, it is. It is, but now it's coming down and there's a support over here. So we're basically waiting for, price to break out of this range here. Hey, Raja, in less volatile market, where would you secure trades? Like, for example, 10 pips is hard to reach. How would you secure? I probably wouldn't trade. I probably would wait for for market to have some sort of volume in it. That's what I would do. Because when there's less volume and the range is less than 10 pips, then there's no point in me taking pair, not market. In a less volatile pair, I wouldn't basically trade that pair. That's it. Because you have to take into account the spread. If the spread is going to be 1.2 pips, 3 pips, now, it's just way too much. I wouldn't really trade that pair. All right, let's take a look at this chart here. This is price formed support at strong zone. Price pullback. Buys if price breaks above the zone. We'll take either buys. Wait for price to form support before taking a buy. Looks good, looks good. You're looking for sells below this area. Yeah, it looks good. Zones are on point and just kind of waiting over here. Ooh, Michael J donated $5 here today this morning. Ever since I started watching your stream, my trading habits have become more measured and reserved. So thank you for sharing your wisdom. Oh, amazing, man. That's absolutely amazing. Oh, shit, we're breaking up over here. What happened? 30-minute candle spiked up. 30-minute candle broke the high of the previous candle. We are breaking up here to continue bullish, or is this just a spike? Oh, no, no, no. I think we're breaking up over here. Wow. Yeah, 1 hour candle's also breaking the highs over here now. Now things get really, really, really risky. Because, when price is moving fast, man, people want to get in trades, you want to get in FOMO. And the best thing to do is just not get in FOMO at all. Because we don't know whether it's gonna continue up or it's just gonna wick around here. But what we do know is that on the 15-minute time frame, 15 minutes is about to close in 6 minutes. So if it closes above 135, 640, 630, I think there's a very high probability we're going to continue up to partly correct this move back up to 136. I entered a buy at the close of the second bullish candle and closed with 7 drawdown. Look at it. Now I should have waited. Yes, should have waited. Your JPY is also pushing bullish at this point. I think your JPY has a much higher tendency to continue up to this area here. 124, 150, 124, 200. Someone is looking for a sell on EJ. Beautiful. Perfect. Price is pushing up. Someone's looking for a sell. I mean, I don't know what to say anymore. Yeah, price went up and yeah. I misclicked and reacted on my magic keys when price moved up, got stopped out. Such an unnecessary mistake. So I guess that's your trade for the day then. If you got stopped out. Holy, look at your JPY here. It's going to continue moving up towards 124, 200. Easy. For EJ, it's a bad idea to enter buy because it's buying at the high, right? Without support formed. I think now when I'm looking at it, I think a really good buy would have been once we were breaking the highs over here. I mean, this was an impulse trade because we were breaking above this resistance. We've already created these liquidity wicks down over here. So I think a better buy would have been once we were breaking the highs for price to continue on towards 124, 200. GPY is also going to continue moving up over here. Yeah, it's going to continue moving up now. We're going back to 136. Oh wow, what a beautiful move here. Did you catch it? Yes. Yeah. I got in once we were starting to come up. I closed right over here at 135, 899, 889. There were no confirmations. This was just based on experience, I would say. There was no confirmations. The only confirmation I had is just like that gut feeling you have at times. You know, when you've seen something happen a lot of times, you develop a gut feeling, and oh wow, there we go. We're touching 136 here. Haven't posted any charts in a while, but I took a USD CHF sell I'm currently in. Hope it looks good to you. Let's take a look here. This is multi-touch level in a range, entry on a 30-minute. Yeah, looks good. I think this was the same trade on GJ right here when it was coming down at this point. There was the same trade on GJ. People are slowly getting mad that I didn't tell them I took a trade. Well, you know, sucks to be you then. All right. Oh, wow. It's retracing all the way here. Not only at 136, Euro JPY also moved up a little bit. Gold is also trying to break above at this point. Wow. 136, 100. Can you explain your entry? Okay, I'm going to explain this entry the best way possible. When this candle started, so price started breaking above in the first 5 minutes of the 1 hour candle. You know, so if we look on the 30-minute, we broke the high, came down, couldn't really break the low when price was bearish. As price was coming up for the second time or for the third time, coming up towards the close of the 15-minute candle, it started to come up breaking the high over here. I entered the trade. You know, I entered the buy. I kept my stop below the current candle. It was like 15, 16 pip stops, and it was based on intuition. Intuition was like, okay, if we're breaking the high, can't really break the low over here, there are higher chances we're going to come up towards 136. We measured the range before. It was like a 43 pip range, so, you know, got like maybe like 15 pips out of it, 16 pips out of it, somewhere over here. And that was about it. But it was all based on intuition. This was all based on seeing this happen before, like a lot of times, you know. So there was no confirmation here. This was all based on experience and intuition. So this was a very risky trade. So yeah, you know, it was all based on intuition. And I think we're coming up here now further on. Wow, crazy move. See now, when price is moving now, you're looking left. You're looking left to see, okay, this was an area of support here before. And as this candle is coming to a close on the 15-minute, we can see that the candle is closing above 136 over here. Let's take a look at news. I think this was news here. Officials in London are increasingly optimistic. See, this Brexit deal. Every time they talk about Brexit, there's a bullish push. You know, officials in London are increasingly optimistic about Brexit. So they're saying Brexit isn't going to happen. Price moved bullish. Just crazy. How did you manage risk if your impulse trade didn't go in your direction? I would have taken a loss. You know, I would have taken like a $400 loss at that point. But what I want to do say is that don't get disheartened if you missed it, because this was based on experience, right? I've been watching the same pair for the last 3 years every day at this time. So you develop a bit of an experience, you develop a bit of an intuition, you know, so it was just based on that. The trading simulator impact these insights? Yes, it does. I think if you're working on the simulator, what's going to do is it's really going to enhance your trading experience. It's really going to enhance your ability to read price action faster. But there's also like a really sweet spot, right? Like I'm never going to simulate for more than, let's say, an hour and a half, or like, I mean, the most I simulate is maybe 2 hours in a week, and that's about it. So right now there's no entry, best to wait for support to form. Yes, that is correct. But at the same time, if we look at this, they haven't really made a decision, you know. They're just optimistic about a Brexit deal. They haven't really come out and said, okay, this is what's going to happen. They've just said, oh, you know what, we're optimistic about the Brexit deal. This means that there's no fundamental change happened right now. It's just an announcement. And what I've seen from my past experience is that whenever there are announcements, these announcements, they always get corrected. So now I'm not sure whether this move down is going to get corrected by this Brexit news, but I'm just not sure about that. No one is sure. All we can work off of now are levels, and the only level we have now is at 136, and price is breaking above that level, and this is the 15-minute candle forming right above that level over here. So I think a good trade would be if price creates a support for price to continue moving up, but now we have to wait again. There are a number of people saying that this trade was simple. You have to do this, that. No, this trade was not a simple trade. It was definitely not simple at all. There were no confirmations. Price broke up, came all the way back down in 20 pip drawdown. This was not a simple trade at all. This required extreme skill and required a lot of experience watching the same thing happen. Hey, Raja, in that trade, what TP do you use, or you get all the way to 136,300 before closing? No, I closed at around, 15, 16 pips. So my entries were at 135,737, somewhere right over here, and I closed at 135,838. So out of this big chunk, I got like maybe this area here. This is what I got out of this whole big chunk. Holy, look at that, man. Will it correct the whole move? Wow, this is nuts. GJ is the kind of pair that's gonna hurt your feelings every week. Once a week, twice a week, you're gonna get your feelings hurt on GJ. So when you're trading GJ, you're accepting the fact that, okay, you know what, my feelings could get hurt with GJ. I mean, the level of FOMO I used to get when trading GJ is just hilarious. It was just extreme amount of FOMO I used to get. What lot size did you use? I used a 2.69 lot. Hey, how do you feel? How do you deal with seeing a pair fly after you close positions and realize how much more you could have made if you held? I don't think about that at all. All I think about is that I got a winning trade, and that's about it. If I start thinking about how much money I could have made with the missed move, then that's just FOMO. FOMO doesn't exist in my dictionary anymore. I think Josh said it right. The trade was not a simple one. This requires seeing the thing over and over again. However, it took 4 positions, close to. Oh, wow. And I have 2 lots running. Beautiful. Man, amazing. I mean, if there's someone who's holding these buys, man, just crazy. 72, 73 pip move. Oh, we got Kavan here raising his hand. All right. Do you believe that if you wasn't streaming, your results will be better or worse? I honestly think that streaming has allowed me to get more disciplined. I honestly think like that because when I'm streaming, I'm also posting my results later on Instagram, and I really want to show good results, right? And I think with streaming, my discipline has gone through the roof. All right, I caught some part of that move. I was waiting for this correction from afternoon. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. I missed a trade. Every trade will face it. Nothing happened when you missed a trade. Yeah, that's true. I also missed the sells this morning. You know, when people were in sells, I was actually missing the sells. So that's okay. Things are going to happen over and over again. Hey, my only conflict I'm feeling now is because it was a dumb and unnecessary mistake. Should I step away and accept this loss for the day? Yeah, I mean, if you took a loss and if you only take one trade a day, and if that loss was the percentage that you allocated yourself to lose within the day, then I think should be stepping away from the day and maybe look to paper trade, a support formed or something like that, but you have to wait at this point. All right, someone's been asking like 10, 20 times, how can we recognize the trend? And I've been ignoring that question because that question should be supported with a chart. You should send a chart and then we should be looking at that. What's your guys' commission on a one lot? Out of curiosity, I pay $7. I pay $7 with Vantage FX. Some people I know, they pay $6 with Vantage FX, so I don't know what's going on over there. But I pay $7. It's usually like $7 to $6, I mean, if you're trading the pound, if you're trading in the pound currency, then it's less, it's £5. Yeah. So it ranges between, like 7 and 6. Hey Raja, I've heard multiple people say don't take trades that are too obvious. Where do you draw the line between a trade that is too obvious and the one that has a lot of confirmations? I think when a lot of people say don't take trades that are too obvious, those are the trades you should be taking. Because if the majority is going one way, then why follow the majority, right? If we close this candle above 136, do you think it will be good trade to fill the wick? I think that we are coming up towards this resistance, and I also think that we also broke above 136. So I believe that this is a 33 pip range right now where price is in, and I believe that if price is going to continue moving up, it should continue down to create some sort of support to then continue up. So I'll have to wait.
Roger, I would rather buy as if it breaks the high.
Oh, breaks above 136, like
where you have your top resistance line above, up top right here. I would
right
feel more comfortable. Yeah.
Okay.
Then the trend is definitely changed.
Yeah, that's true. I was also thinking that if we break above, this area, or like let's say, okay, we're moving on towards, New York Open, and New York Open is going to bring in some volume. So maybe if price comes down, creates a support, I think the volume from New York Open could push it up and then continue. Sure. But
yeah, because it's a lot of bearish candles coming down.
Yeah, so the ideal scenario I would want to see is for price to come down, create a support, and then continue moving bullish. Hey, Raja, how was it okay to take an impulse on a counter trend? It was okay for me because I've seen it happen a lot of times. I've seen it happen at least 20, 30 times. So that's why it was completely okay. I mean, there was no confirmations. This trade had no confirmations at all. There was nothing. There were no candle confirmations. There was no impulse entries. This was only based on experience and intuition. That's it. It was only based on that. So that's why, that's why we always say just focus on one pair one session, and the more you focus on it, the more you're going to understand its moves. You know, sometimes when you're with a person and that person has like mood swings, you know, like bipolar habits, and at first you're just confused. You're just like, I don't know, where's this bipolar behavior coming from? Like, I don't know why this person is acting this way. And the more time you spend with that person, you start to realize that, oh, okay, these certain things cause these volatile, you know, bipolar actions here. So when you're focusing on one pair, the same thing you start to understand, you start to learn, you know. These moves, I used to miss these moves a lot of times in 2018, 2019, but I've been watching this pair for a long time, and now, you know, it's just intuition is working now, you know, and that takes years. Intuition takes years to learn. Oh wow, there's no retracement here at all. We're breaking out, correcting the whole move over here. This is just insane.
But it's non-stop, man.
Yeah.
Not even a single retracement.
Not a single retracement.
100 pips in one 30-minute candle.
Crazy. You got Brexit for that. Hey, watching you manage risk and close partials to keep losses small is something I have started to implement. Always held losses, which ended up in bigger losses. Now I feel more disciplined to cut losses. I think it's pretty awesome. I mean, when you're managing losses, I think you feel pretty good when you're closing partials and you're really implementing those ideas. Holy shit, man. This thing is coming up towards 136,600. Crazy. Looks like gold here. No retracement. Look at this 15-minute candle. Wow, 47 pips. Do you draw your zone in MT4 as you do on TradingView? No. I only use TradingView to analyze charts, and I just use MT4 to execute. What do you think about this gold analysis? Let's take a look here. Gold, 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 gold. Here we have gold testing 1 hour support, gold testing 1 hour, 4 hour resistance. If 30-minute candle rejects 1897, could be rejecting to move down again on the 15-minute time frame. Let's take a look here on gold. Yeah, see, this is the thing. On the 30-minute, it's rejecting this area. I think it's also creating this minor support. Looking on the 15-minute, yeah, this is where we have this minor support. I think if price breaks below this area, then you could have a selling opportunity coming down towards, you know, 1893, which is going to be like 30 pips big, because now this move up becomes a fake out. So if you remove this big zone, make it a little bit more slimmer. Yeah, see right here, this moves up, move up here, this becomes a fake out, and now there's a high probability for price to continue down, and if you break below this area, then move further bearish. Are you looking for a buy on GJ soon as you find resistance level? You know what? I'm looking for some sort of a support to be formed on GJ. Hey, Raja Banks, done for the day. Good luck. Good luck. Good luck, man. Good luck. Have fun. Let's take a look at the daily. Holy, this daily candle flipped all the way bullish. It didn't break the low of the previous daily candle, just flipped all the way bullish. 4-hour candle also rejected that support, went straight bullish. 1-hour candle also straight went bullish. 30-minute candle also straight went bullish. I think if there's a support formed in this area, I think I'm going to be looking for buys for price to continue moving beyond 136,600. Hey, after 3 months live stream, this is my first chart. I hope you will see it. Thanks. Let's take a look here. Let's take a look at this chart. Oh, wow, okay. After 30-minute candle, I was like, okay, price creates support, ready to push up. Second bullish candle, I opened a buy position right over here. When price coming down to focus my risk, I close 50%, I close everything. So can you tell me where did I make a mistake? You made a mistake that price was bearish. Price came up, it was resistance. So there was a high probability for price to continue down to take this out. So you had the wrong trade initially. Man, oh man, I have no idea what's going on with GJ. I have no clue at all. This is moving beyond 136,600. I have no idea. I mean, if someone caught this trade and held it all the way up over here, beautiful. But at this point, I'm just done. I'm just like, how much can this pair move, man? Like, look at this. This one daily candle moved 100 pips bearish, and then it moved back up 100 pips. So I think that's a lot of volume for one daily candle, man, to move down 100 pips and to move up 100 pips. That's just crazy. Gold is also coming up over here. Some really next level stuff happening here, guys. Wow, look at that. Your JPY is also coming back up here. Yeah, I don't even know what's going on at this point. I mean, it's just very confusing at this point. It's also the start of the monthly candle, so I don't know if this is the monthly shenanigans or what's going on, but the monthly candle is rejecting to continue going. Maybe the monthly candle is coming up because what we were looking at was this right over here, right? The monthly needs to reject 135 to continue moving bullish, because what's going on the monthly is that we created a minor resistance, we had a support forming here. This candle tried breaking up but came back down. Then you had this bullish candle break above. This was a July candle here, right? This was a July candle, August candle. This is September candle. September candle went all the way below this area and came back up. So maybe we're doing a retest at this point to continue back up. And if you look on the weekly makes much more sense as well. Let me pull up the weekly candle here for you guys. So let's take a look on the weekly over here. No, yeah, weekly, right? So weekly is kind of like creating this support for the next weekly to continue going up. So I think if the weekly candle creates a wick, I think the next weekly candle can continue moving up. That's what I think.
We got higher highs also on the weekly.
Yeah, exactly. We got higher highs.
Higher
too.
lows, sorry. Also.
Yeah, I know it makes sense, man. It makes 100% sense. But look at this daily. Daily is just breaking above 136,600. Wow. Carlos, what do you do in this case, man?
You wait for support to form. Now you take buys. These are the perfect setups.
Looks like price is coming into Kevon's territory over here.
But we got like an area just above. If you look at the hourly, you got another area around 136.85.
136.85. Oh, right here, right? Yeah, there we go. Right over here. You are correct, my friend.
Thank you.
See, this is why we do the streams. If I didn't do the streams, I would have never known that 136.85 was a level over here. So there we go. Bring it all the way up over here. Bring it up over here. Okay, perfect, right? So we got a level right over here at 136.85. So now when we look at price from a technical perspective, it's like we had a resistance here, and obviously price is just pumping through that resistance. I mean, I think a better idea would be to have a retest over here and then continue going up. But GJ, can you just come down and create a support? please, and then we can take a buy. But you know, if yeah, I don't even know, man. Just gotta wait. Imagine I held my buys from all the way down there, like 8, like from all the way right over here. Wow, would have been crazy, crazy profits here today. Instead of making 600, would have made like 4,000. It is what it is. Let's take a look at gold. Gold is also pumping bullish. Coming up over here. Looks like your JPY is also pumping bullish, coming up towards 124.200. Man, just nuts. Like, what's happening? Are there more news coming on? No, nothing. Wow, just crazy. Would have been would have been 1 million for sure. What is the psychology behind this news correction? This is fundamental movement right over here. This is a fundamental move right over here. So yeah. There's no, I mean, if you want to go down to the 5 minutes, go over here. Maybe this was a confirmation on the 5 minute, but at the same time, you would expect a retracement since we moved up this much. But it's GJ, so GJ sometimes continues moving. Wow, man, this is almost like 40 pips over here on the 5 minute. Hey, I'm done for the week. Straight 4 wins. Raja, thank you. Thank you, Carlo. Too bad we couldn't see you in London, but you're getting good days, so that's pretty good. Man, Carlo, your face reminds me of my friend. His name is Javier. If someone knows Javier, can you please tell me that his face reminds us of Javier?
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
a bit
like
thinner, but yeah, he looks like.
Yeah, thinner with the beard, same man. It's just so much. Yeah.
Oh, that's Javier, right? He just changed his name.
Yeah.
He lost like 10 kilos more or less.
Yeah, Javier used to be one of our friends here, and then he left. He left and joined the Gulag, basically.
But he disappeared, right?
Yeah, he disappeared.
He's not on IG anymore.
No, he's not in IG. He made a lot of people mad too.
Yeah.
Yeah. This one day he abandoned his group for about 3 weeks, right? He abandoned his group for 3 weeks, and then I asked him, "Hey man, like what happened? Like I was managing a group, like what the hell happened to you?" He's like, "Oh, I got a heart surgery." I'm like, "Oh, you got heart surgery?" He's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Oh shit, okay, hope you're good." And then 2 days later, this guy is on a boat with no shirt on, and there's no scar. And I'm like, "Bro, I thought you had heart surgery. Where's the scar?" He's like, "Oh, it was a laser heart surgery. There's no scar." I'm like, listen, you're in Colombia. I'm pretty sure in Colombia they don't have laser heart surgeries, bro.
No, the surgeon went up his arsehole.
Yeah. Yeah, man. It was like those hilarious moments. I'm like, man, if you're gonna lie, at least make it a good one, you know? Like,
Yeah, maybe someone died in his family or something, you know?
yeah, like,
But he made a lot of women very happy,
yep,
apparently.
allegedly. But why do you think it should correct? That was a bad or incorrect movement of the price. I don't know. It just corrected the move. I mean, there's nothing we can think. I mean, it just corrected the move. You know, I think a lot of people, they really get lost in finding a reason why something is happening. And when they're in that mission to find a reason why something is happening, they miss out on something they should be trading. You know, so I'm just gonna wait for today for price to maybe create a support over here to take a buy to continue moving up. Okay, I entered at 135,526. Oh, that's too long ago. Very nice, man. Beautiful. Would you say you were more aggressive on the charts the last weeks? Yes. Yes, I would say so. I'm being a lot more aggressive this month. And I think I'm going to be a lot more aggressive till November as well. Because Vantage FX is leaving. And I kind of want to hit them hard, you know? I kind of want to hit them hard before they leave. I kind of want to have them remember that, oh, there were these crazy retards from Ontario. And they kept hitting us hard. Because when IC Markets left, I remember, man, IC Markets left after we made a lot of money on IC Markets. I mean, there were just days where price was moving. There were Brexit moves happening there, and we were dropping like 5 lots, 10 lots on Brexit moves and making a killing. You know, so when IC Markets decided to leave, we thought that maybe IC Markets was booking Ontario, and there was a group of people in Ontario that were really hitting IC Markets hard. And I think that's why we left. But in reality, they left because they got removed from Canada. So that's the same thing with Vantage FX. Aren't you afraid Vantage won't pay you out? I think they will, you know. I mean, I hope they do. So we'll see what happens. So perfect. We got 15 minutes left for this candle to close. We got 15 minutes left for the 30-minute candle to close here as well. The 1 hour candle is also going to come to a close. Probably we're going to get some sort of a retracement. Hopefully we get a retracement to form a support so that we can take a buy moving up towards 136,850. I think that's going to be a pretty good idea, but it seems like the 5-minute is creating that market structure to go towards 136,850. And if that happens, then it is what it is, man. It is what it is.
Oh my goodness.
My God damn, man. I mean, what do you do? If someone hasn't seen Brexit moves before, welcome to Brexit. These are Brexit moves, man. Like you see this happen, like trust me, all throughout 2018 and 2019, we would see these moves happen almost like once a week, and we'd always miss them. And then there came a time when we started taking them.
Remember when there used to be like a 15-minute candle used to be like 40 pips?
Oh, we used to try to time it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
40 pips in a 15-minute candle.
Sheesh.
Just insane.
Yeah, man.
All right, let's take a look at this chart here. Ooh, this was Carlos' trade over here. 5-minute close, 30-minute, entered once we broke the high, going for 10 pips. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. I'm pretty confident that we will get a retest. Reason being, we have had a strong push up. Markets get sort of exhausting after big moves. Yeah, that's something I'm looking for too. You know, you're right. Like we've had a pretty big move, and market's going to get exhausted. We'll see that kind of support formed, and then possibly take a buy to continue to retest this area. I mean, if we break above this area, then I don't know what's going on. I'm probably going to end the stream at that point. Oh wow, gold continued on to 1900 over here. Your JPY didn't really go up, but wow, crazy. Look at that. So I should type down over here, welcome to Brexit. Welcome to Brexit. These are the Brexit moves. I'm good to keep losses small and disciplined, but I'm terrible at entry. Hope the database helped me with that. Yes. Yes, it will. Can you show an example and explain what is and what constitutes a liquidity grab? So liquidity grab is an idea. You know, I would say it's an idea because let's say you have a high being created at 136.850, right? So, and then if you're anticipating price to form a support and to continue moving up, any move coming down, you will constitute that as a liquidity grab. Because if your idea is that we should create a support at this point and continue up, so any move down, you will constitute as a liquidity grab. You know. So then you anticipate it continuing bullish. If you're in a trade and your MT5 freezes and you can't manage your trade, if price hits your stop loss, would you just accept it or report it to the broker? I would report it to the broker. I would actually call them as well. I would call them. I would call them and I would tell them what's going on. That you missed out on potential profits, basically. Did gold move because of Brexit too? I think gold has its own irregular movement. Like gold is pretty volatile. I mean, gold had its own regular movement here. Let's take a look at GU. Oh wow, GU also moved with the same market structure here. 30-minute candle was creating a support, it was creating a resistance. And boom, bullish. Oh, we have a big family dinner here today. Okay. Perfect. Do you think Brexit will continue into next year? You know, like to be honest, Brexit started in June 2016, July 2016 actually. You know, so it's been continuing on for 4 years. So us thinking that will it continue on through next year? For sure, man. I think Brexit can continue till 2030. So right now we're reacting to this level. I think a good idea would be for it to come down and create support. That's going to be the perfect idea here. Will you ever make magic keys for Mac? यार अर्श तो की बंदा है यार.
For me?
No.
Yeah, for you, man.
Come
For
on.
Macintosh.
All right, let's go to magic keys trade. Okay, so Arsh, we go to magic keys trade, and then we go to buy over here, and then we go to hold on. Where is it? It shows it's for Mac and it's for Mac and Windows.
Go to frequent asked questions.
No. Where is it? Oh, it's frequent asked questions. Yeah, I'm going to have it placed on the top. Magic Keys is compatible with MetaTrader 4. It runs on PC and Mac. On Mac, if Windows is virtualized, it parallels our desktop. You know, so we're going to have this written on the main page because, you know, sometimes people miss it. So it's going to be written on the main page. No, we can't kick Arsh. Arsh is my homie, man. We're friends. High impact news on USD pairs incoming. Yes, unemployment news is coming on pretty strong here. They're looking at good numbers, so we're gonna see what happens. Where do you download the on chart version? There is no on chart version. Oh wow, man, this thing is still bullish over here. See, when things like these are happening, I'm basically just staying away. I mean, there's not so much you can do at this point. Made 4% with this move. Oh, very nice. Hey Raja, if support is formed, we can anticipate it to mirror the clean candle at the left at 30 minute. Yeah, basically, you know, if a support is formed down over here, I think it's going to be a very, very good trade for price to continue up to retest 136.850. Those shoulders are looking big. Oh yeah, Gartik. We did a pretty killer shoulders workout yesterday. Oh. Did some traps, did some shoulder presses, boom, boom. Did some flies. Broke some personal records yesterday. My gyms are closed because of phase 2. Oh man, don't worry. Gyms are gonna get closed again here pretty soon. You know, I shouldn't be talking about this, but every time you look at the news now, they're always talking about these numbers. These numbers are increasing again. Numbers are increasing. Even in Pakistan, man, even Pakistan news, numbers are increasing back again. And this is just disaster, man. This is so sad. Rakeel doesn't train legs though. Yes, Rakeel doesn't train legs, but Raja Banks trains legs. Raja Banks does everything better than Rakeel. You know, Raja Banks is only awake in the morning till the afternoon, and then Rakeel takes over after that. What happens on Zoom? Nothing. Hey, is it likely that this move by news will be corrected? There's possibility. I know news is normally corrected, but what generally happens when news is corrected by news? What does the experience know about this? Well, from my experience, whenever I see, so let's suppose that we didn't have this move down, right? Let's suppose we only had this Brexit news, and we had this Brexit news. I would be looking at the news, and I'd be looking at that, okay, what kind of a Brexit news was this? So if I'm looking at this over here, this says that officials in London are increasingly optimistic for a Brexit deal. This means that they are positive that the Brexit deal is going to come through, but a decision hasn't been made yet. You know, that's what that basically means. So whenever there's a fundamental move like this, so this was basically a shock to the market, this move up. And if there was no fundamental change made, there's a very high probability we can correct this move, but we've corrected this move down with this move up as well. So we're not sure what's going to happen. The only thing I can anticipate is for price to maybe come down, create a support to continue back up. That's the only thing I can anticipate. I heard back home in India, they're fake diagnosing people with the C word and taking their organs. Yes, that's happening as well. सर आज आपने धोखा दे दिया. यस, आज प्राइस ने भी हमें धोखा दे दिया. प्राइस तो निकल गई भाई इंतजार किए बगैर. प्राइस ने बोला भैंचो डंडा दो इनको सीधा सीधा एक. Look, big डंडा going. All right. Okay, let's take a look over here. Why yesterday news were positive for USD, but it was going down. I think the reason why the news was positive yesterday and price on the dollar went down and gold went up is because we have NFP. NFP is this week. So people who don't know about NFP is one of the biggest economic movers for the US dollar here. So if you look over here, they're looking at bad numbers here for NFP. See, they're looking at 900,000 down from 1.3 million. So we're not sure what's going to happen because first of all, we have unemployment coming up over here. They're looking at good numbers for unemployment. Yesterday we had ADP. ADP, they had really, really good numbers. So what ADP is basically, ADP is a company in North America that handles majority of the payrolls for all companies in North America, majority payrolls. So the government says, okay, Mr. ADP, give us your data on how much employment change you've seen, on average. So they give that data out. So they said, okay, you know what, there's been very good data here. But on NFP, they're looking at bad data. Now, what I'm thinking is that since we have elections coming on in November, what if this number comes out to be really, really good? They're expecting bad numbers. What if this comes out really, really, really good? That's going to be something interesting. Because if we look back, right, let's look back towards 2016. So if we look back to 2016 and go towards October, we had bad numbers here. For NFP. This is I'm looking at when Trump was coming in, right? So when Obama was leaving, we had pretty bad numbers for NFP. And then Trump is here now, so I think Trump is going to have pretty good numbers. I'm a big Trump supporter, by the way. So man, yesterday someone started fighting with me on Instagram. They're like, you don't even live in the US, and how come you're supporting Trump? That is pretty hilarious. Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of waiting here now. Gold is rejecting that area as well after creating a high at 1900, kind of like retracing. Yeah, you know what? I would want to see a support formed for price to continue moving up. Hey, Raja, GJ did the same move at 17th September. That is 2 weeks ago today. Last time at 10 a.m. it went down, went up again, then down again. Can we use this info in any way? Yeah. So, like we can anticipate, right? If price comes down, creates a support, we can anticipate price is going to continue going back up. So that's the first step that we're going to look at. So let's see if that happens. Why do you support Trump? Just curious. Okay. You know what? I support a good hustle. I support when people work hard. I think Trump worked really, really, really hard because like Trump was a guy who got handed his dad's empire. He says he got like $1 million and this and that. But like we have a lot of people who have that money. We have a lot of people who have a lot of social influence too, right? So, I mean, as much as people can hate Trump, I think we can take a few things from Trump, like we can be inspired with Trump, like not being inspired by his movements on like racism and stuff like that, but like just the way how he climbed the ladders to become the president of the country. Like I mean, the guy is the president of one of the strongest countries in the world, like the USA. So I think when I look at him from that perspective, I'm just amazed. How all that happened. Like I think that's very impressive. He has not only lifted himself up, but he has also lifted everyone around him up as well. Like his whole family is set. Like when his dad handed him the empire, some people either burn it down or some people they make something big out of it, and that's what he did. Like his whole family is set for life. So as much as people can say, hey, like Trump is this and that, I agree with that. But when it comes towards looking after his own people, I think he's done a really, really good job at it. This is not political, man. This is just my opinion on how I think, we should look at him as an inspiration. Oh wow, looks like I've really made people mad in the gulag. People who don't support Trump, they're just going off, man. Hey, listen, it's not I don't even care about Trump, man. I live in Canada. I'm not even in the USA. I'm in Canada. I can't even vote, so relax. All right. Are you guys gonna do a magic key giveaway? Some Christmas presents? I think we could probably plan that out. Yeah, I think we can plan that out. Yeah, right now I think we just have to wait. We just have to wait for things to calm down. Oh, we have a lot of political talk going on over here. You know what I think? I think Hillary Clinton, I think Joe Biden, I think Mitt Romney, and I think what's the other guy? This Joe Biden. What's the other guy? Who Trump called this? Who Trump called the Sleepy Joe?
I mean, Sleepy Joe, that's Joe Biden.
Joe?
No, Joe Biden. Oh, Bernie Sanders. Bernie
Bernie, oh
Sanders.
Bernie.
Yeah, yeah. I think all these people are in the same group. You know, they're in
The
the
gulag.
same group. So once everyone got kicked off, they all said, "Okay, hey, Joe, it's your turn, Joe. Now, come on, Joe, go, go, go." You know, and now Joe came forward. Joe Biden. Yeah, it's gonna be hilarious, man. People are
Funny as
getting.
shit.
This guy said Obama killed 3,000 troops. No, Bush killed 3,000 troops. Let's get that right. Obama didn't start the war. Bush started the war. Get your facts right. He just inherited.
Actually, his dad is the one that did McCain.
And that's the thing for and that's the thing for Obama started, man. That was just fucking down, man. Crazy stuff.
Corinne, what's up with your mic today?
Well, I'm driving now, so I'm with my AirPods. That's why.
Oh, you on the Android?
No, I'm in my AirPods. I don't trust Android phones. Yeah.
All right, so we're basically coming down over here. I think creating a support would be pretty amazing for price to continue to go back up.
I probably took those cells off the 15-minute knowing him.
Yeah, Mac's probably like, all right, I'm in a sell.
Me? No.
Mac-
Are you
Mac
sure?
is selling. Trust,
I-
100%.
I'm done. Done for the day.
You said that around 3:30 a.m.
I did?
Yeah, when you was in Jivan Zoom.
Oh, but that was yesterday.
No, this morning, man. Yesterday. Are you sleepy, Joe?
Because I slept, that makes it yesterday.
Oh, okay. I got it now.
Hey, Raja, will David Cameron affect NFP tomorrow? Most likely, yes. We shall see what happens. Man, Dave Cameron has nothing to do with the NFP anyway. Dave Cameron. Yeah, Dave Cameron is in the UK, man. He's not going to affect NFP at all. All right. Price is coming back down to this level of rejection. We want to see some sort of support formed for price to continue going up. But if we get a move coming straight down, then it is what it is, you know. If this candle does not respect the 600, would you disregard the level? Yes. But we'll see how this candle closes, you know. Will you stream for NFP tomorrow? Yes. Tomorrow we have NFP. I think it's going to be a very, very good stream. So y'all know facts. Start reading books and stop listening to news. Stop being ignorant and fighting with colleagues or friends. This is why I think America is shit. Oh. I think America is a one big March break. That's what America is. At any time of the year you look at America, you look at a spring break. I mean, there's always something happening, man. Like you had the virus, and then you had those killer bees come in California, and then you had the hurricane season come in. Like, holy, every month there's something happening. You got the wildfires, man. You got everything in America. UFO sightings only happen in America. Only Americans go to the moon. Yeah, it's insane.
But what about India, man? India went to the moon.
India never went to the moon, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, India. I don't know.
Their space the spaceship landed in another side of the moon, but anyways, they went.
Yeah, they did, Rakeel.
They landed on the wrong side of the moon.
Oh, I
Yeah,
remember
man.
that. Yeah, I remember that.
Right
I
before
remember
that. Yeah.
I remember
Oh
that.
man, it was Pakistan.
No.
Yeah, it was
No.
Pakistan.
Pakistan never went to the moon, and they can never go to the moon. But I do remember India. They sent a probe. They sent like a robot to the moon, and it landed way off course, and it got lost on the other side of the moon. It never even came back. That's what happened.
It was a cow.
Hey, we gotta stay respectful here.
Yeah, man, cows are important animals over there.
Yeah, we had a big debate yesterday on this topic.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So people were asking to Modi, where is the satellite? Where is the spaceship? You know, I didn't know.
All right, this candle's about to close. Want to see a support forming here. I'm gonna be right back. Gotta go do some stuff. All right, let's take a look over here. We got the 30-minute candle closing. It's closing bullish over here. Oh, wow. Gold went to 1906. This is pretty interesting. Because before NFP, gold is rallying. And if it's rallying, it should be coming up towards 1915. Okay, I might enter one more trade, LOL. Okay. I'm probably not going to enter any trades here if I don't see a much better, confirmation on GBJPY. But so far it's still closing at that area over there, rejection. So, just like waiting at this point. What could also happen is that price can maybe treat this minor resistance right over here as like a breakout, and then we could get a continuation move with the next candle. So, just waiting at this point, just waiting to see how this candle is going to close. Also this 30-minute candle, I mean, it's kind of like back in the zone over here, so we have to wait. I do think the trend is still bullish. I do think that it's still bullish. If the 15-minute candle, see, the only thing I don't want to do is that I don't want to take a buy as this 15-minute candle closes bullish, because at that point, the 30-minute candle will be closing bullish, but the body is going to be smaller at a resistance, right? So it's going to have a smaller body at a resistance. So that means there will be less volume for price to continue going up. So I'm going to be very cautious about that. Hey, I just checked both on the 15-minute, creating support. We get confirmation to continue bullish on a 5-minute. Is it valid? I don't know. I don't trust the 5-minute, so I'm gonna wait for the 30-minute or 15 minutes to see how it happens. Someone is having issues with magic keys, man. There's a magic keys, it comes with a installation manual, like a troubleshooting guide, so I think you need to go through that. Okay, let's take a look at this chart over here. This is, hey, can you please check and give your thoughts? Let's take a look here. Wow. Gold is so majestic when it moves. All right, this chart is GJ 15-minute chart. Hey, if there's bullish candle closing like this, will be a good option to take a buy, as it bullish but didn't close above the previous. Yeah, like taking a buy as the 15-minute candle closes bullish, that's going to be an act of bravery. I think you're going to be pretty brave if you can take a buy over there. I mean, right now, the 15-minute candle is below this area over here, so it's respecting this area as resistance. That's what's happening right now. So you're waiting right now. If you look on the 30-minute here as well, it's closing bearish here, so you gotta wait.
What you want to see is if the 30 minutes close bearish like this and possible go up, you could take an impulse entry based off breaking off that previous 30 minutes. Because now you could say we formed support, which you confirmed that on the 15 minutes.
So you're saying taking a buy above this 30-minute candle? Vaughn?
Yeah, so sorry about that. So safer will be the break of that candle, because then the 15 minutes forms support. So basically the 30 minutes is going up to Roger next level. $10.
Hey, are there sells to fill the 30-minute wick? I mean, if you're looking for sells, you can take sells if you want, but my bias is bullish, so I'm waiting for a support to form to take buys to continue going up. How would you trade GJ now or wait for it to cross 186,850? You know, at this point, I would want to see some sort of a support forming down at 136,850 to take a buy, or looking on the 15-minute. I mean, I don't know, like I'd want a 30-minute candle forming bullish to take a buy here as well, because like price has moved a lot. Yeah, prices moved a lot from down over here. So for me to take a buy on the 15-minute in the anticipation that we will continue going up, I think that's going to be pretty risky, because since it's moved up so much, you have all these rejections here, right? So there's a probability as the 15-minute starts moving up, it starts rejecting here. But if you can get a 30-minute candle closing bullish here at this point, then it makes much more sense that, okay, at this point we can continue moving up, because you got a stronger confirmation 30-minute candle closing the way you want, and then you're executing on the trade. Now, while I'm waiting for that to happen, I accept the fact that, okay, price can continue moving up because it's GJ and it's been moving up, so who knows what's going to do. But what I do want to see is I want a 30-minute candle closing bullish so I can take a buy on the next candle continuing bullish. So I think it's very important when you come to the charts that you know exactly what you want to see. And when that does happen, when that forms, man, it's a beautiful thing. Like when candles close the way you want them to close, it's a beautiful thing, because then you can execute on it. And when you can execute on it, and there's a high probability for that to win, I mean, that's an even more beautiful thing. Wouldn't the stop be big if we wait for the 30 minutes? Let's measure over here. No, probably not. I mean, like, if this is your area of rejection here and we're coming up, and if the 30-minute candle closes just like this, your stop is going to be like what? Like at most 10 pips, and that's pretty safe as well, and then you're targeting for price to continue on towards probably 137. But that's like, if the candle closes like that. It's still open, it's still got 26 minutes left. So it's now pretty easy to just, sit back and just wait, I guess. Zoom user, hey Raja, can you take a look at my chart? Let's take a look over here. This is buys after 136,857 and high is broken. I think this will be risky because you're probably taking a buy at the top over here. Now there's I don't know, I think there's a less probability that once price breaks the high at this point, it continues moving up, and I think there will be higher probability that price creates a support, or price creates like a candle closing bullish here and then the next one goes up. So that's something I'm going to be waiting for, and again, as I'm waiting for that, I accept the fact that I may miss the move if there's no such thing happening, and that's a part of trading. the 1 hour wick fill over here. Let's take a look on the 4 hour. Because if we do continue moving bullish, we have to see what's the next level after that. Next level after that is at 137,400. You know, and then we got 137, 130 somewhere over here back from the 10th of September. I'm up 22% in 5 trading days using 1 lots. Oh, nice. That's beautiful. Biggest loss was 6 pips over there. Well, looks like we're going to continue moving over here. Gold is also flying over here, 1910. You know, so far I only took 1 trade today. This was down over here. I only took 1 trade today. That's it.
My stops got activated.
Oh, beautiful. Yeah, it's heading straight to 137 here at this point. We're at 912, 910, 915. Just galloping. Let's take a look on the 1 minute over here. Look at this. Oh, we got Chris making some pancakes over there in the background. Man, add some chocolate chips to those pancakes. Oh, fruit. Okay.
Oatmeal and fruit, man. Gotta be healthy.
Yep, gotta be healthy. The pandemic's coming back. You gotta be healthy, man. The pandemic is coming back. Some people are saying I'm high over here. No, you're probably wrong. I don't know where people get those ideas from. But man.
Roger, I saw you post on your stories. Your country shutting down stuff again?
Yeah, they're moving into it. Like you know, when March came, like all over the news every day, like you look at the TV and it'll just say that, okay, like, you know what, these many cases, these many new cases in this area, these many new cases in this area, and then a lockdown happened. So same thing is happening right now. You know, the news about cases is increasing now.
All right, close my buys. 9 pips.
Oh man, this is gonna go to 137 over here.
Yeah, I was thinking about leaving a runner, but it moved. It moved too much already today.
Yeah. Like, look at this move, man. I mean, you look at the volume in this daily candle and it's crazy. Because it dropped 100 pips, 120 pips, and then it went up 150 pips. Like, just crazy. Can you imagine someone had a buy limit at 136? That I have a buy limit at 136. Price came down, activated it, stopped them out, you know. If they were a new trader, they probably had no stop loss. They probably held it and they woke up in profits. You know? That used to happen to me. You know, I'd take like pending orders and I'd woke up and all I see profit, but I wouldn't see that it went in like major drawdown, you know. I'm like, oh yeah, I won, you know, I'm the best. Wow, this thing is on its way over here. Let's take a look at the 1 minute candles here. See this? This is gonna pump up. zoom in all the way and. Hey, just started the house buying process. Oh, good luck, man. And I have a question. How much negotiating was done by you or at all by the realtor? See, here's the thing, right? The realtors, I really don't like realtors at all because number one, they're pushy. Number two, they just want to get the deal done. So they will never put your interest first when it comes to price. When we were getting this house, I was like, hey, you know what? So this house we got was for about, it was listed at 859. So if we offered the people 840 and they were like, no, we can't do 840, and my realtor was like, no, you know what, 859 is good, this and that. So we're like, okay, let's just go do an inspection. So we went there, we kind of asked for more details of the house, and it turned out that the AC was 12 years old, the furnace was around 10 years old, so those both needed replacement. The stove was old, that needed replacement. So there was some work that needed to be done. So we're like, okay, you know what, maximum we'll do 849, 10,000. 849 plus you'll have to change the AC because it makes no sense for us to get the house knowing that we'll have to replace the AC. So that's additional cost. So those were kind of negotiating terms I put in. And
I list my house, man. I list my house a Friday. The second person can't walk through it, bought it.
Yeah.
Low price.
And people say that there's a pandemic. Man, people are buying homes here. No problem.
Yeah. I'm building a brand new house too, man. So can't wait for that thing to be complete.
Nice. That's pretty good. So they did no negotiating, nothing.
The most they asked me to do, there was some crack roof tiles, and they said the AC needed to be serviced. So I did those two things, just out of good gesture, but I could have just left it the same. But someone new buying their first home, I didn't want to take on that burden on that family.
Oh yeah, exactly. They buy a new home and it turns out to be a disaster.
Yeah, it's their first home. If it was someone that had it, I would have told them as is, but hey, it came back abundantly, man.
Oof.
137.
Bro,
ladies and gentlemen.
This thing tapped 137. No, it's pretty good. Real estate moves a lot.
Yeah.
It moves a lot.
Rakeel.
So they're waiting for the horn, Roger. Roger didn't take the trade, so he's not bringing out the horn.
Rakeel, how much tax do you pay over there when you buy a house?
It's 13%.
13. Okay.
What?
Yeah.
Oh man, and we just got to 7%. We're at 6%.
6. Wow, that's amazing.
Oh wow, yeah, that's pretty good. And the houses are cheaper too over there.
Yeah. Well, my house that I'm building, it ran me $572.
With the land or without the land?
With the land was $33.
Oh wow! See, it's just the cost of the land.
Yeah.
That's it. I think for maximum 300,000, you can make a really nice custom home.
Yeah. The builder wanted to charge me 46K for a pool, and guess what I thought of? I thought of you, man. I thought of you.
What'd you say?
I thought of you. I was gonna do it. I was like, why pay 46K when I could probably have someone do it for 25, 30?
Yeah.
Then I called Burner up. And said, hey Burner, what do you think about this roof? What type of roof to put on there? He was telling me.
Oh.
But
Yo, hello? Oh yeah, okay, 1 minute. Okay, I'll be right back.
I'm not gonna stay in Miami. I'm moving a little bit more north, to Parkland. me see. I didn't want to hold these buys any longer, man, because I just feel like the market is probably going to start getting exhausted. But it's GJ. Anything could happen.
Yeah, I'm thinking the same thing.
Because this setup. Go ahead.
So I saw there was a support being formed around on the 15-minute time frame around 136,638, and I was waiting on price to break the level of resistance around 136,840 and the high at 136,866. So when I entered around exactly 136,899 and it hit TP. I just wanted to know, like, if it was like I was aiming for 137, but I took profits after 10 pips. Is that like a good trade? Somewhat of a good trade?
Somewhat. You could have even got into, like, I had moved my buy stop down because I originally wanted the high of 877, but when I noticed the 15-minute form support, I kind of like adjusted it because now we made new highs on the day. So the trend is technically bullish. That's what I was telling Rakeel earlier. Like, what I tend to see GJ does is, like, it makes these big moves, but if it doesn't take out the high of the day, like, technically the trend is still bearish, right?
Gotcha.
But since it made new highs in the form support on the 15-minute, and then it broke the high of the 30-minute previous candle, then you know the trade is likely going to go in your favor.
Yo, thank you, man. I really appreciate it.
Not a problem. What most people tend to do, they don't take the higher time frame in consideration, although it forms support on the 15 minutes, and they take the trade off the 15 minutes. But they need to take in consideration what the higher time frame is doing, which we're looking at the 30 minutes. You know?
Got you. No, yeah, and I was a little bit nervous because, like, I always hear Roger saying, like, like the lower time frames are a little bit, like, less
Yeah, they're a little bit, but you're entering off the higher time frame, because once I wouldn't watch 5-minute support form or anything like that. I would watch like the 15-minute support form, and then I would go to 30 minutes and watch it to break the previous high of the 30-minute candle and go ahead and then take my buys there or sell.
Got you. Yo, bro, I really appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Not a problem. And I know some people also mentioned, like, how can you dictate the trend? Like, TradingView has period separators in there. So, like, you could always throw on your period separator, and wherever that period is for the day, because we're intraday traders, if you notice on the separators, you tend to see the market goes higher or low. So you could just use that for your trend if you struggle to find trend in the market. Just the free game.
Where exactly do you find that on TradingView?
If you right click, go to settings, it should be appearance, and it says session breaks.
Perfect.
And then if you look at where the intraday is between the two lines, you could see the trend easy. Like, you could spot the market down or high, you know what I mean? Like today, when I jumped on, I just looked at GJ, it dropped, and I just draw my lines. I already know it was a downtrend, you know what I mean?
Right.
If you struggle to find the trend or anything like that.
Okay. Perfect. Thank you.
No problem. I don't know why anyone lives in Miami, man.
I just moved from there, actually. I used to live there.
Man, Miami's a whole different. Like, you can't pay me enough for it. No matter what's the size of the house I could get, like, I just don't like it. Like, it's a different world down there.
It is.
It's nice to party, but to live is like chaos.
Yeah.
Here's the issue. I don't smoke or drink, so I hate fucking Miami, bro. I am dying to leave.
Yeah, man.
You have no
It's crazy.
idea, bro. I'm trying to buy a house out of here, bro. And my wife is like, nah, Miami. I'm like, dude, I'm leaving in there, bro. I can't take this shit.
Yeah.
It's pretty crazy over here.
This guy says Miami's a sin city. You're right, bro. It's too much
It is.
temptations, man.
Temptation, man.
Hey guys,
That's
sorry
true.
to interrupt you. Anybody from Dubai?
I
Bro, is
know,
Dubai
but I
beautiful?
plan to visit.
I've been dying to go to Dubai, man. My boy has a penthouse over there paid for that he's invited us to go. But
Yeah, right, cool.
Dubai is a beautiful city, man. That's where I plan. I was actually planning to do it this year, but during the lockdown, because like my thing is, man, I don't explore. Like, I love the islands, but I've been to Europe once, but I didn't like the feeling of it. So like,
Bro,
I
you
saw
should come to
Dubai.
Aruba.
I heard about Aruba also.
I
Aruba is
I
so
go
nice.
to Aruba. I go to Aruba a lot.
Well, I live in Aruba.
Dang, Aruba is so small, man. You could take an ATV and do the whole island in a day.
Yeah, that's true.
See, those are the type of the vacation I like.
I love Aruba, man. I love the scenery, the water. I also like the movie theater. It's only like $4 or $5.
Aruba.
Bro, here we are, summer every day, the whole day of the year.
That's true. It's never cold.
Like, if you
Everybody's
guys
talking
want to
about-
live in Florida, man, the best spot to live in Florida, in my opinion, man. Otherwise, then like Miami's second, man. But like Broward for Lauderdale is good to live.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that either Miramar, Pembroke Pines, those are like
Pines.
the nice areas, calm.
Yeah.
Like you have no
Yeah.
issues.
I just moved from Pembroke Pines. I live in Tampa now.
Oh,
But Pembroke Pines was nice. It's quiet, bunch of old people.
yeah.
But you still get the city life. It's like 20 minutes away, and go to Brickell.
Honestly, I'm trying to move to Orlando, man. I found a house there for like 250, 5 bedrooms. You know, because I love Universal and Orlando and Disney for my kids. So
Yeah.
I want to go to Orlando, man.
Orlando's nice. I feel like, because I grew up in Orlando and then I moved to Miami and then I just moved to Tampa. So I feel like Tampa is a mixture of Orlando and Miami at the same time.
I'm living in Tampa right now. I like it.
Bro,
Actually,
I got two of my boys that from
Wesley
West Palm.
Chapel.
West Chapel. I was looking at a house in that area, man, but it's too far north for me, man.
I was
Real estate
living
is-
in Boca Raton, but I don't like there, bro. It's kind of shitty, you know. I don't know.
Yeah, the real estate here is good in Tampa.
Yeah.
I think every place depends on the person, man. If you don't like Orlando, that means you don't like the party life. I mean, if you hate Orlando, that means you love the party life and love to drink and stuff like that. Because that's where Miami's at. Miami's about getting drunk. You don't know what happened last night. Finding out you had 2 baby mamas or whatever, vice versa.
Facts.
Pompano. I live west of Pompano.
It's a bunch of Brazilian there.
Yo, Daniel, you go to UM, I go to FIU, bro. It's the only reason why I'm here, bro. Damn it.
The next push probably be around 9:30. Market call Rogers to short.
You have a good question. Anybody here have an issue trading moving from MT4 to MT5?
No, man, I love it. I've been using MT5 for years. I love it. To me, it doesn't lag like MT4 has a lag in it.
Question: do you have Hugo's Way because you live in Florida, or you have another broker to transfer?
I have a complete different broker.
Bro. I'm trying to figure out how to transfer my money from MT4 that I have with Hugo's Way to MT5 right now.
Should be just pretty simple. Pretty simple. You just log into the platform. That's it with your unless they have something different set up, but you just log into the platform with your account.
You talking about onto MT5?
Yeah.
Then you have to create it like it's like a new account, like.
Gotcha. Let me try it right now.
But I don't think Google's Way they have like MT5, right?
I'm not too sure.
I don't think so.
No, they don't. They don't have MT5.
Yeah.
They don't? Oh. So who should I use then? Who's in Florida? I need a good advice.
Trader's Domain.
Trader's Domain?
Trader's Domain, you have to select crypto.
Trader's Domain that has MT5. That's true.
Yeah, you have to select crypto to open an account.
Hugo's Way is the same way. I have crypto. I didn't put cash. Crypto.
Okay.
Perfect.
Yeah, in the U.S., you really don't have much options. I mean, Awanda, but their spreads are through the roof.
Yeah.
Yeah, the thing is, like, most of the brokers are really heavily regulated there in the U.S. That's why they have to adhere to, like higher spreads and lower leverage.
Canada is going right in that direction, it seems.
Yep. Yep, Canada's kicking brokers out left, right, and center.
Oh my goodness.
They kicked out IC Markets. They're kicking out Black Bull Market. No, Vantage FX.
And don't scare me. Just switch to Black Bull.
Two and a half hours and nothing. Probably later on. Tomorrow we got NFP. Looks like gold rejected in 1908. Let's see what happened with US 30. Oh, US 30 is just ranging over here. Your JPY did tap into 124.200. Okay, this candle is about to close. 4-hour candle is also about to close. Looks like, wow, that rejection is pretty hard there. 30-minute candle is also closing below, 136, 830, 840. It's also coming down. Yeah, I think, I don't know, for London close, I mean, this is a pretty strong area here as well, 136, 400 down over here, technically, this is a very strong area here. And coincidentally, look at this price, it's like 136, 400. All right. Will you consider to enter even if the 30-minute candle closed bullish as it is right now? Small bullish body with the long wick to the upside? Probably not, because the 1 hour candle closed like this, and this is the start of the 4 hour candle over here. So, there's no confirmation for me to take a buy at this point, especially when the 15-minute candle has rejected 137 to close bearish. So, there's no confirmation. Hey, how was your smoke? Sorry, I don't smoke. Will you consider? Okay, already answered that. Yeah, look at that rejection.
Like a fake out. See all this sound? Up, down.
Yep. You're right.
Let's see.
You are absolutely correct.
I think we're going back to this area, and maybe here we can find something to. Let's see.
Or maybe we can come down to 136,400 then, from here, down here.
Yeah.
Because if this is a fake out and it couldn't maintain its bullish move, then there's a probability it's going to continue down to maintain a bearish move. But man, wow, this daily candle, just insane. Insane. Like, look, 120 pip move down. And then you have 150 pip move up. Wow. Crazy. So magnificent. I look at that and I'm like, okay, you know what? One day I'm going to catch you both ways. And I know that that day is going to come one day. And when that day comes, oh wow, I'm going to be pretty happy. Because see it happen, I see it happen every once in 3 months, once in 2 months. GJ does something like this. Look at the 4-hour fast find support. There's a good chance it's going up. There's clean traffic. Let's see here. Yeah, 4-hour is pretty bullish. I mean, we've made this huge rejection down at 135,400. And now we're bullish. So, we got clean traffic going up towards 137,500, man. 137,500. Let's go right over there. So now what we got to do is we have to find some sort of support on the small time frames. Right over here. So now we need to find some sort of support to support the idea that we're going to continue moving bullish, basically. GJ going low, Raja going high. Come on, man, relax. It's 9 a.m. over here. I'm probably gonna head off over here. I'm actually pretty hungry right now. gonna have some food. All right, everyone. Take care. Have fun.
See you tomorrow.
Yeah, man. See you tomorrow.
See you, man.
Thank you, Raja. Thank you.
To be honest, I'm gonna keep in mind. I'm gonna be looking at this till London close to see if we reject this area or not. I'm gonna be looking at that till London close, and then probably gonna go to the gym.
Get those gains.
Yeah, man, get those gains every day. All right.